Okay, we're going to have a go at putting together a custom drawing template. So let's go File, New, Drawing. OK. And here we only have standard template options available at the moment, ISO templates. But if we uncheck the Only Show Standard Formats box, we have a whole list of ANSI and various other sheet formats. Now at the bottom I've got this file named A4 Custom, which I've pre-made, and all I've done is drawn a border and put in some text. I haven't formatted anything yet. So if you just look at the drawing border down here at the bottom, you can see I've got my headings and I've got some blanks set up for text, but I've not done anything else so far. So the first thing we need to do is learn how to save our sheet format for future work. So if we go Save As, actually not Save As, let's go to Save Sheet Format. So Save Sheet Format, and this will take us back to our root directory for all those templates we've just seen. So let's give our sheet a new name. OK, and save. And if we close this file and go back in, File, New, Drawing, and we'll find a new file in the list. So our old file, a new file, and everything else that was here already pre-populated. But back down to our file of interest. Let's open it. Okay, so that's one way with the sheet format option that we can store the sheet. There is another way we can store the sheet. So let's go File, Save As, and we can actually save as a drawing template. And saving as a drawing template will place the drawing in the location as shown at the top of the box we're populating. So these are all default locations in Solidworks, but these can all be changed. So now if we go File, New, and we go to Advanced instead of Drawing, and go to Templates, we'll see our drawing template is in the list here. So it's just a different way of storing a standard template. So two ways we can access through the advanced or novice paths. Okay, so let's have a look at populating the drawing border. So we can access the drawing border by right-clicking and going to Edit Sheet Format, which gives us access to all the text and all the borders that we've drawn. And this is where you would draw your borders and text. Let's close it. So it's also important to note that in File Properties, there are some options in here that we can use to populate. The other way is by clicking on this Quick Access button, which gets us into the properties. So I'm going to fill in the author's name, John, and the title, Link Part. And I want to link these two options to the drawing border. So if we go right click, Edit Sheet Format, and I'm going to first look at the author. So I could type in John manually, but I've done this twice. I don't really want to do that, so let's get rid of that. The other option is to click on the box again, and then if we go to the left hand side, we can link to properties. So click and let's see if we can find the author. There's the author. Okay, and that has linked the properties to the author's name. So we can do the same thing with the description. Link to properties. In our list we have title, so let's go to title. Click title. Okay, and now we've linked to the description, which is link part. Now we can't do this with everything, but let's have a look at something that won't quite link the way we've just done it. So let's have a look at the material. Let's go link, and if we go file properties, we don't have an option here, and we also don't have anything in the rollout that covers materials. But there are other ways around this. So if we go back to properties, we go to the custom rollout, and let's start a new property. So property name, material. I'm going to manually fill in the name of my material. There is another way of doing this, linking to the part, but we're going to cover that a little bit later in this video. So ABS plastic, let's select the material again because we've lost it. Press OK, and you can see the text box says populated ABS plastic. So there's a few ways, or at least two ways, to link properties to your template. Okay, so I've populated the rest of the boxes, added all the missing fields, and I'll just show you the properties rollout just so you can see what's been filled in. Okay, but there is a way that we can link the material realistically to the part. So let's create a part. Just going to draw a very, very simple tube. So let's just give it some 3D geometry. So very simple tube, not really interested too much in being precise or constraining the sketches. But if we go into edit material, let's assign a material. So I'm going to go with cast steel. So you can see we now have a property, a material property. So let's assign this to the sketch. First we save the part. So let's save the part, new part 1. And this is quite important, we must save it. We also need to save the sketch. We're going to save the sketch with the same name. And this means that when we open the part and we try to reference the sketch in future, it will look for a sketch of the same name, and it will make our lives a lot easier. So let's reference the part, draw in some views of the part just to kind of confirm the link between the drawing and the part. Any views will do just for this example. Okay, so we want to change this material property. So at the moment we've just written, wrong box, go into properties, we've just written ABS plastic, but we want it to be steel. So you can do this by formatting as follows. So I've gone SW-materials at new part 1 followed by the file format, and this is enclosed by exclamation marks. And if we click off of this, the material will change to cast stainless steel. So we formed a link between the part and the drawing. The text box has formed a link. And you can do this with any of the links between the part and the drawing.